The Aztecs viewed childbirth as a battle. The Aztecs believed in the divine supervision of childbirth. Central to Aztec obstetrics was the Tlamatl. She was a midwife who would monitor the pregnancy. The midwife paid visits to the pregnant woman in her home. She conducted gynecological examinations. If there was anything wrong, she'd put the woman in a bath. She would then press her belly to turn the baby. The midwife would advise the future mother on diet. She would prevent the woman from lifting excess weight. The woman had to avoid sorrow, anger, and surprises. They could damage the baby or lead to miscarriage. The midwife would stay with the woman before the birth. She had 4 or 5 days to prepare the future mother. The woman's body and the birthing room were cleaned. The midwife would then prepare a bath in the Temazcal. It was a kind of sauna with a low roof. Aromatic plants would help the woman relax. The woman was given tea made of siwapatli. It helped induce contractions. The woman squatted to give birth. The midwife was behind her holding her heels. Gravity would help push the baby out. After the delivery, the mother went back to the Temazcal. There, she would sweat out toxins. Aromatic plants helped start milk production. The midwife then washed the baby. Cold water was believed to cleanse their heart. After delivery, the midwife stayed for 4 more days. She monitored the mother's milk supply. The child had to be breastfed for at least 2 years. The Aztecs had no animals whose milk could be used instead. During those 4 days, practical rituals were carried out. The placenta was buried in a corner of the home. If the baby was a boy, a warrior got his umbilical cord. He'd bury it in enemy territory to make the boy a warrior. A girl's umbilical cord was buried next to the fireplace. This would make her a good wife and mother. The naming ceremony was a key ritual in Aztec society. The father told the priests of the day and time of birth. They then consulted the almanac called Tonalamatl. The almanac was structured around the 260-day Aztec year. It helped the priests to choose the name for the baby. It would predict their good or ill fortune. The last 5 days of the year were considered a bad omen. Parents ensured their kids weren't named during that period. Despite all the effort, childbirth was often lethal. The mother could die in labor. She was regarded as a warrior who had died in combat. She was buried in a special temple at twilight, so her soul would travel to the house of the sun. Babies who died during labor traveled to Chichihualcoaco. There, a wet nurse tree would feed them with its milk. One day, the gods would send them back. The baby would be born of another mother.